The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Cut out left. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Are they going to run him down? He took it all the way. Touchdown. Oh, baby, what a return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They will run it again with Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First and 10 from the 41. Again, it's Bigsby. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They've got a man in motion. First down throw, Lawrence. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Lawrence on third and goal. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars break the tie here in the first. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars twist the knife after that interception. Wow, they took it all the way back to the 20-yard line before being stopped.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that first. So that's the end. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Now a give left side to Bigsby. And he drives this forward to the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He gets this one to Strange.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They're lining up on the doorstep. Second and goal from inside the 1. Bigsby will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
So now, here's third and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go,
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First down, ball at the 36. Staying on the ground with Harris. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. A third down run with Harris. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Fields out of the gun. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Escapes the pocket. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He's got Harris. And they get this down to the 28. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They have themselves another 1st and 10. the shotgun, Fields. This ball's cut by Pickens. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that.
And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. We sure did.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Into the hands of Bigsby, complete. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's Thomas, he's got it. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Lawrence throwing here. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And that's incomplete. With 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe 2 more snaps. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. carried by Harris here to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 13. He's on the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Coaches are going to be furious now. At some point when you're dropping back and back and back, the instinct to throw it away has got to kick in. Hey, listen, sacks happen, but plays like that shouldn't.
Third and long for him here. Taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Now on fourth down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be Jaguars football. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Man in motion here. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10 now. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That's caught for the first. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Little checks on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Keeps it moving. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Okay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. An explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw for Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
Trying again following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Play action, Fields. Headed out right. He'll make a bid for it. The ball is out. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. All right, so they're facing fourth down now, but they are grateful, no doubt, to be facing it. After that sideline right there saved them on the fumble.
Yeah, saved them, Kate, not just on the field, as you're saying, but on the scoreboard. What a hurt to fumble it away inside field goal range. But thanks to that ball bouncing out, will they get a chance to try a field goal, or who knows, maybe even go for it.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6. They do snap it. Here's Fields. Throw caught by his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on down.
What's going on, son?
You know, these
just blew this fucking divisional round game.
You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
They're out and set. First and 10. Carry here for Bigsby. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
He's a big time
on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Oh, Queen, pick that. That's a pick 6.
On the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator,
Yo.
2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off.
Trying to come back in this divisional round game.
I was in the middle of telling Bree your story, and I fucking stopped telling her.
What?
His boy Chubby goes, his boy Chubby goes, he's like, you get that shit done? He's like, yeah, we got that done, but your boy D pulled up. He's like, who? Dino? Dino's the mechanic and shit that works on the trucks.
Dino's his brother.
Oh no, what's the dude's name that works on the trucks?
That was Greg.
No, bro, he's the mechanic that works on the trucks. Who's the mechanic that works on the trucks? Amon.
Oh yeah, Amor.
Amor, yeah. No, I was thinking of Dino is his brother. He was like, who, Dino? He's like, no, these nuts. He said not to tell me. I was weak as fuck, and because Tony's a little bitch ass, right? He asked me, remember I texted you and told me this, I'm going to send you his number to send it to dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't talking to you, Chubby.
Oh.
He said, yeah, that didn't even happen. He didn't even know that.
Well, you told me about dude, like you telling Tony about him.
Yeah. So I fucking, I'm really talking to Bree, but you can hear this, Chubby. He's like, did you, you can give that dude my number? I'm like, yeah, I can tell my girl to send it to her friend's husband or whatever. He's like, how old is he? Your age? 50? I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, you are just kidding.
I wanted to ask him about that fucking thing on his lip, bro, but I ain't want to cross the line too much.
Dude, first it was his eye, then it was his lip, bro. I'm not letting him get a pass next time. It's over. Nah, I know he got jokes and he it's over. He's done.
You didn't hear what I said to him yesterday in the morning?
I was
he had
shitting.
that tissue, bro. He kept fucking wiping his nose. So I looked at him. I was like, Tone, I got something at the crib, boy, that'll clear them sinuses right up. He was like, it's my eyes, man. It's my eyes. I was like, I ain't gonna do nothing for your eyes, but your nose.
He just came and sat right on him.
You go out and execute.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass.
I gotta figure out a way to get some pressure on this motherfucker.
A lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. This is Bigsby. Has a lane inside the 25.
What was it?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point
What the fuck is these boys doing? They just don't be playing the game no more.
I don't know. I don't think Marshall has power still.
And the Jaguars take a
I haven't talked to him since this morning.
Huh?
But he said his PlayStation keeps shutting off too. I told him, I said, bro, maybe you cleaned it wrong. Like maybe you pushed something onto a spot where it just like the sensors like shut it down or something. I was like, maybe try cleaning it again.
Yeah, that's why boys be like, no, that's not how you clean it. You gotta take this, and this off. I'm not doing none of that shit, bro. I'm popping these plates off. I'm blowing what I could blow out, and it fucking. I mean, I had to clean it already once since I gave your thing back to you, but I got air canisters. I'm ready for it to go again. You know what I mean? I'm not unscrewing shit and taking the fucking motherboard off and doing, that's fucking crazy.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming.
This is how you detach your motherboard from your PlayStation 5. That's what you start hearing over the party shout. Like, bro, what the fuck are you about to do, bro?
Oh, I totally blew this game. Especially these last 2 fucking plays.
I just got a new pair of boots, bro.
Did you?
Yeah.
Cowboy boots is going.
I didn't have cowboy. I haven't been wearing my cowboy boots for a long time. But I got a new pair.
I'm glad you brought it up.
They're actually work ones this time.
They're not smooth on the bottom.
They was never smooth on the bottom. It's for me working there is what made them smooth on the bottom. And no, these are like worker cowboy boots now. Like these aren't like. What should I say? Those are like stylish boots, like the boots I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like actual work boots, but they're cowboy work boots. So. Cowboy boots? Oh, funny you said that.
Well, now that you brought them. Bro, I got fried today.
He was hot? It's like, no.
No, I'm fucking burnt.
Yeah.
Burnt, boy.
She burned you? It's like, no. Bro, if that ever really happened to me, bro. That ever really happened to me, bro. I don't know how to react. Someone's crib's probably getting shot up, but I don't know how I would react off rip, though. Someone's crib straight getting shot up. Bitch. Bitch, what did you do? What did you do?
Probably should have heard Shane yelling at Dan today. That shit was
yeah, what was they yelling about? You didn't really tell me.
Alright,
so you know how Dan likes to put the backpack blower on and just blow?
Yeah, well, what it's been lately is we show up and we help them prep, and then we mulch after they leave. Like, that's how it's been.
Yeah.
So, we show up, you know, I clean up all the trimmings. Them two guys are still at, you know, they're stick edging. They still got a flat flip. Dan puts the blower on his back. Well, Shane, I'm telling you, bro, must have had one or something to drink. Whoo, boy, did he fucking start tripping. He was mad as hell that Dan didn't clean up his pile, which it was my fault because I was the one that cleaned up the piles, but he was pissed that Dan blew around the pile, which, you know, lazy shit. Dan shit.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, picking the pile up.
But it went from, like, 0, but what you're saying, it just went 0 to 100 in, like, 4 seconds.
Real quick, yeah. Real quick. And
on some
then
Tyrese shit.
Yeah, and then he fucking, so, it's hard to explain because you don't know the house that we was at. I mean, you've probably been there before, but, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't know from a story or not.
Right, so he actually.
Just explain it.
So, it's right by Marshall's house. It's off Nike Site Road, you know, you, like.
Yeah, you bust the right, the two house, wait, no.
It's just a one street, bro. You make the right and you go up and you make a left. And then it's just a straight street, straight down, flat as fuck.
Yeah, how many houses are on that road?
We used to do 2 or 3 on one side and 1 on the other side.
Okay, but I know exactly.
Right. So
like past the Willows, past all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a bed back in the backyard right outside the gate, and there's a bunch. You know, obviously sticks and shit fell. So there's a shit ton of sticks and shit in it. Dan just fucking blew around the sticks. So there's Shane, bro. I went up to the front, and bro, I went to the front at the right time. Probably not. I probably should have watched it, but they're way in the back, bro. Them yards are long as fuck, and I can hear Shane yelling to Dan, "You fucking suck. You're fucking trash." I'm like, oh shit. And I'm just sitting in my truck getting a drink, bro, and I could just hear him screaming it to him. And I was like, there's no way Dan's just ignoring
taking that shit. Yeah.
So I look over, Dan's just blowing.
That's exactly what Dan was doing. He ain't give a fuck.
I heard every word, though, because as soon as they left, you know, he started running his mouth.
Yeah. I wish he would have hit me.
I'm so glad that there's laws, because I would shoot that motherfucker. I was like, Dan, there's probably a lot of people that want to shoot you too, though.
Shoot you, bro.
And then like where he started yelling at Dan stopped blowing right there, like cleaning up.
Yeah.
And then boys left it. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't finish their job. They left it because Dan started it. I understand both sides of it, so, like, I wasn't fucking tripping, but I was the one that had to clean it up. But he's like, take a picture of that and send it to Tony and tell him that they stopped.
You do that shit.
I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm just going to go back
That's some
there
shit
and clean it up.
Bob was like, send that to Tony. I'm like, Bob, because you don't have your phone. And no, it was the gas. It was the gas. The grass guys, they left a burlap at like 300 or something.
Yeah.
This was a while ago. I was just there today, but this was a while ago. And I was like, Bob, is that a fucking burlap with grass in it? And he's like, the fucking grass guys. He's like, take a picture of that and send it to Tony. I'm like, no, Bob, since you don't have your, because you know he don't carry his phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, since you don't have your phone, I'll take a picture and send it to you. I'm not sending that shit to, I do not give a fuck. Like, that's some whole ass gay shit.
Right. And I was like, dude, I'm not fucking sending it to fucking Tony.
That's some whole ass gay shit.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times.
Bro, this game was 17-14 at half. And I just, like, after half, I just, like, didn't feel like playing no more.
And you ruined it.
Yeah, but I just started throwing the ball, like, deep. I mean, and it's a playoff game. Like, I probably shouldn't have done it, but I just need... I'm in too many leagues, and I need to, like, cut back on my leagues. I'm not saying that's the reason why I lost. Like, dude definitely beat my ass. But
Still on the move, coming to the
Probably
line
should have
for
played this
first
a
and
little bit
10.
more serious than I
Going right
did.
side, Harris with it. And he's brought
What are you
down
doing?
for a loss.
You hurt your back?
Kid, I'll never forget walking into
Yeah,
I
I hurt
forgot
my
you're not
back.
talking to me.
Freeney's meeting room with
No,
those
I
defensive linemen.
just wasn't saying nothing.
John
No, I'm
Teerlink,
talking
his
to my
coach,
wife.
he
You
had a
know,
little sign up in his
had this
office,
attitude
and it
since I
was
got home.
sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D
It's like
linemen
talking to
make
a
their
fucking
money with
brick wall.
sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And that will not be enough for a first down. And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this third down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has it down close. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, it's something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, man, we might be off tomorrow.
Handoff here for Bigsby.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, the way he was talking, like after I left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? You put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, next time you run that action,
I can't get a pick to save my life, and I'm home. Right over my hands every time, but pinpoint accuracy.
Even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends.
You hear me?
When the sun goes down.
You couldn't do it.
Watch when you get out the shower, I'll be gone.
Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win.
Gone.
And they pulled off the rare and elusive
I'm out this
bitch. Which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Your dad was on here, but I think he said he had to go to work tonight, so he went to sleep.
I'm gonna fucking thinking about buying a motorcycle.
And we lost James Daniels.
Talk about the lineman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did he end up going?
He went to the fucking, yeah, he got bread, too.
No, that was Dan Moore.
No, Dan Moore, yeah, he got bread. But no, he went to, Dan Moore. Didn't he go to the Titans?
Dan Moore went to the Titans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think,
80-something million.
yeah, he went to, I don't even know. I swear a part of me wants to say, Arizona or the Bucks or something. I think it was the red team.
That makes sense.
What'd you say?
Yeah, so that makes sense. Those are
Why you say that?
the only two red teams in the NFL.
Nah, the Texans they wear red.
No,
Fucking
the original colors are dark